Hello everyone, my name is Dennis Stamper and this is my assignment for Module 4 assignment. I have picked Christy Pagan, House State Representative for Michigan for my speech, and as a ranking Democratic member of the Department of Education Appropriations Subcommittee, I continue to be outspoken about the need to subsidize child care for working families. Child care, as we all know, is something that working parents rely on, but it's something that is out of reach for low-income families in Michigan. Many low-income families struggle to find affordable daycare, and they often have no choice but to remain unemployed because they simply cannot afford quality daycare. Child care costs continue to rise while minimum wage does not. In most states, a single parent working a minimum wage 40-hour-a-week job does not earn enough to put their children in daycare, let alone cover other household expenses. Michigan does provide subsidy for low-income families, but a family of 3 has to make less than $24,000 a year to qualify for this help. It costs around $10,000 a year to send a toddler to daycare. For a family making less than $24,000 a year, this is almost half their income going towards the cost of child daycare. Michigan provides some of the lowest reimbursement rates in the nation for child care. This, as we all know, is hurting Michigan families and children across our state. Michigan ranks 49th out of 50 states in providing support for child care. In 35 states, it costs more money for a year of child care on an average than paying for a year of education at a public college. In 28 states, the cost of child care for 2 children is more than the annual income for someone getting paid minimum wage. We can do better. As a member of the House Appropriations Committee, I truly appreciate the support of my colleagues to allow for continued discussions regarding an increase in funding for the Michigan Domestic and Sexual Violence Prevention and Treatment Board, which administers these essential grants. As a member of the House Appropriations Committee, I am working to educate Michigan leaders about the need for sufficient resources to deal with sexual assault. Assault not only impacts the victims, but they have an effect on everyone around that person. On average, 7 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men will be raped at some point in their life. Michigan only has enough federal dollars available to support services to 33 out of 83 counties in Michigan. That leaves 50 counties without services. In 2014, Michigan had 10,209 sexual assault related cases reported to law enforcement. Perpetrators need to be held accountable for their actions, and communities need to work together to support survivors and speak about these crimes. I will continue to advocate for more funding for campus sexual assaults and prevention programs. Another cause that is important to me is domestic violence. There are so many survivors of domestic violence, and we need to be a voice for them. It has devastating effects on men, women, and children alike. The survey showed that in one day, there were 400 phone calls made to domestic violence hotlines, and that 2,293 individuals, mostly women and children, looked for refuge in these shelters. In 2013, there were 93,572 domestic violent offenses reported, and there were 122 fatalities. Domestic violence is a huge problem affecting Michigan families, and this needs to be addressed. Abusers need to be held accountable for their actions and victims to be safe in their homes. And that's why I think you should elect me as your state representative. Thank you, and have a good night.